There are countless versions of the American dream out there for each person. Some dream of culture-rich city life, some desire to run their own business, and some want to spend every day at the beach. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and I want to welcome you to The American Dream, the only show to bring you positive stories about real estate, lifestyles, and success from across the country. On this week's episode, we're sharing our favorite segments from July. We'll be bringing you stories from San Diego, Boston, Cincinnati, New York, and of course, the best stories from your city. Let's start the show.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our show is both national and local, and I'm proud of the fact that we're here to share stories that both inform and inspire our viewers for the better. Our first segment is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear from them now.
Hightower at the Downtown Boise Association at Alive After 5. She's going to tell us a little bit about this event.
Oh, and are you having a great time?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, Alive After 5 is a celebration. It's a free summer concert series. It happens every Wednesday, every week, every month of the summer, June through August. And whether you've lived in Boise for 30 years or you just moved here, this is the place to come to just really enjoy and appreciate community.
Yeah.
The fountain is here, kids run and play, people love sitting in the shade. It's all ages, family friendly. Have a great time and celebrate our downtown.
So this is the 33rd year?
You know, yes, for more than 30 years now, if you can believe it.
Oh my gosh.
Alive After 5 has been bringing people downtown over live music. There's always a local band. We have some incredibly talented artists in our city. So we bring them out here every week. We celebrate their talents. And then there's maybe a regional or nationally touring band. But a lot of the folks who come out to Alive After 5 say they just love the live music. They love whoever's here. They just want to be where community is and in our beautiful Boise downtown.
And it's a hot one.
It is a hard one, so go run through the fountain.
Right,
grab a beverage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So people come to Alive After 5, they start their after work or midweek celebration here, and then they spread out and enjoy the rest of downtown. It's a great way to experience our city.
We're here with Wiley Earl. He is the executive chef at Lucky Fins. He's going to tell us a little bit about what he does and about Lucky Fins and how it resonates with Alive After 5. So tell us, Wiley, what do you do here at Lucky Fins?
Well, here at this actual restaurant, I do very little, but Lucky Fins as a whole, we really like to think that we're part of the local culture of Boise. I mean, we're a Boise-based company. We started in Boise, and it's really our roots. I mean, this is our bread and butter. We've definitely grown a lot. Privilege over the last few years, but without Boise and its growth and the excitement and the energy that happens here, we really wouldn't have achieved what we have.
Great. So tell me a little bit more about Lucky Fins itself. Like, is it locally owned? Like, what do you guys have?
So it started out a locally owned seafood concept in a landlocked state. You know, seafood in Idaho, no ocean near, right? Just Boise in general, everyone individually is invested in everyone else's success. Unlike a big city or other places where I've come from and had the privilege to live, the sense of community here, everyone's just really invested in Boise's growth and Idaho's success. And it's just really cool to be a part of something that's just that simple and pure, you know?
All right, so my favorite part about this restaurant, obviously, is the food. This looks delicious. What is this?
Oh, so this is one of my favorites. So this is a summer peach halibut. We try to focus on local fruit, so it's local peaches, arugula over a fresh Alaskan halibut, and our cilantro lime rice. It's one of my favorites for color. Fresh U10 scallops, ahi tuna, coffee and anise rubbed and hard seared with deep fried cauliflower and greens and fresh tomato. And this is a spin on poke, which traditionally has Asian flavor profiles, but my time with Latin flavors, I saw fresh chimichurri, which is a cilantro-based Argentinian meat garnish, and we just toss all that fresh salmon and tuna in a cilantro paste. It's just fantastic.
Well, yeah.
I love you. You're awesome. Thanks.
We're here today with Karlee May. She's the events coordinator at the Downtown Boise Association. She's going to tell us a little bit about what she does and how she coordinates the volunteers, the bands, and kind of the whole event. So, Karlee?
Welcome to Alive After 5.
Thank you.
Like Michelle said, I run the event down here, everything from booking the bands all year to finding the nonprofits that we feature down here for our Tips for Charity program, which is how we make the whole thing happen. So we are a nonprofit ourselves, but we partner with a different nonprofit every month to raise money at the bar for their cause, and they supply the volunteers to make the whole thing happen in the first place.
So tell us a little bit about the bands that you get in here. Are they local? Are they national? How do you get those in here?
Great question. So we have a mixture of local artists, some that have new music coming out, some that have been playing locally for a while. And then our headlining set is always a nationally touring artist or an Idaho band sometimes that has come out with new music and is heading on tour themselves.
That's amazing.
So
you get local
mixture.
bands.
We have a lot of those. We have a big music culture here and everybody loves it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Karlee. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
The American Dream is about bringing you inspirational real estate, lifestyle, and success stories. This week, we highlight some of our favorite segments from July, but we have one more story from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hello, and welcome to Boise, Idaho. Today on The American Dream, we have the pleasure of touring a spectacular home here in the beautiful neighborhood of the Highlands. Here to walk you through the home are my friends, Morey and Kat Allaway.
We're excited to be here. Thank you, Irma. Irma is our incredible lender. We close most of our deals with here locally, Boise. We love the area. It's a little bit on the Highlands. It's got Crane Creek Country Club and golf course attached to this beautiful home we're going to be seeing. Clark and Lori Bilyeu are the owners and work with the builders direct to do this mid-century modern home. Pretty excited to show you around the place and the country club as well, so we'll go see what the Bilyeus are up to today.
How are you?
Hi, Clark.
Hey, the welcoming
How's
committee.
It going? Here they are.
The welcoming committee.
Good to see you.
Morey, good to see you, man.
Yeah, we're here to come see the place, man.
Hi, Kat. Hi. Irma.
Yeah, we got the whole gang today, so we're hoping you can give us a tour, maybe start with the outside of the property.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, let me tell you just a little bit about the exterior of the house. It took us about a year to find this lot. We had the vision, but we wanted the vision to fit into the community.
Sure.
This home has got a 3-car garage. You'll see a lot of mixtures of different materials. It's got the rough sawn, big beams. It's got the tile roof. It's got a steel roof. Very low maintenance. It's really nice. So with that, let's go
beautiful
on
place.
inside.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, excited to see it.
Morey, you remember my wife,
Lori.
Lori.
Yes, good to see you, Lori.
Kat.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
To move on with the tour, as we come through the front door, this is a 12-foot sliding patio
It's
door,
huge.
so that you can live inside and outside, and we
Yeah.
love it.
Oh, my word.
So as you come out here and you look at this, synthetic deck, which again is very low maintenance, you see the great view we have of the 12th hole of Crane Creek. Coming back in, very modern looking kitchen with quartz countertops, 16-foot ceilings with walnut beams.
Now, these are pretty tall ceilings in here, Clark. What do we got here?
Well, these are 12-foot
12
ceilings,
foot, okay.
8-foot doors, solid wood doors.
You have a separate suite upstairs, right?
We do. This is the living room area.
Now you've made it too comfortable for your guests. They're never going to leave, Clark.
I know. That's what we were worried about our kids, so we finally had to tell them, hey, you know, I mean, it's our way or the highway.
All right, I like it.
Let's run downstairs.
Let's do it. Tell us a little bit about these ceilings down here, Clark. These are extremely tall for a walkout basement.
Yeah, they're very unique, Morey. These are 12-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't feel like you're in a basement.
Not at all. It's
so.
all the natural light pouring in. You think of a basement, you think of dark and gloomy. This is quite the opposite.
So we've got a home office here, and then we have another guest bedroom and bathroom through there.
Well, show us this bar up here. I'm excited to see this.
Every good daylight basement has to have a bar. So
Naturally.
It's got, you know, seating, bar top, refrigerator.
Absolutely.
So it makes for some great evening activities with friends and family.
Which leads
Let's
us
move
out
to the outside, absolutely.
Yeah, outdoor patio here.
This bottom deck is cantilevered. It really gives you a lot more square footage. And again, trying to, you know, live in your backyard when it's majestic like this, we wanted to have as much patio space as we could. So we've got a little TV going with the open. We have a fire pit. And so we do spend a lot of time.
I would never leave. Yeah.
With a walking path down to the golf course, we have friends that leave their golf cart, come up and
Way too
say
close
hello.
proximity. Doesn't leave you wanting for anything.
It really does.
You got it all here. Crane Creek Country Club, they got pools, tennis courts, restaurant, bar.
Oh yeah, they've got, you know, one of the best state-of-the-art tennis facilities with indoor courts, outdoor courts, great food and beverages at the clubhouse.
Awesome. And then its proximity to downtown, just for commute purposes, you're probably no more than 5 minutes here.
Oh, it's such a great drive. It's quick, you know. I can be downtown in 7 to 8 minutes.
All right.
Well, I think as long as we're here, we ought to just cart on down to the club.
Let's go see it.
See what's going on down there.
Go show us around here. Thanks for joining us this week on The American Dream. We will see you next time in Boise, Idaho.
San Diego is one of the largest cities in the country, and as such, has a constant flow of interesting and exciting events to peruse. This story is about a classic car event that's been going strong for 20 years. What's up, California?
Hey everybody, I'm Connie Malkiewicz with Team Malkiewicz at Brush Real Estate in beautiful downtown Escondido, California at Cruisin' Grand, where we're going to take a look at some classic cars and see a lot of the locals having a great time. Steve Waldron, I thought I knew everything about Escondido, but I didn't know you started Cruisin' Grand 20 years ago. That's amazing. What and why? Why Cruisin' Grand and why Escondido?
Well, I was pretty much raised here, and I just thought we had the cruise night on Valley Parkway, and that went away when I was a kid. And I thought this street just had the perfect ambiance for
It really
cruising.
does.
And so I approached the police chief and the powers to be in Escondido, and they kind of were like, hesitant. And I told them, I said, hey, these are the same guys that used to race cars around in the 60s and 70s, but the cars are worth too much money now, so they'll be cool. And they got the grandkids with them now.
Oh, that's so awesome. And what do we have here?
We had Packards and Pierces tonight, and there's a Lincoln up there. And this is a Packard. It's a 39 Packard. And right here is a Pierce.
Okay, now you told me something about this this emblem. What does this mean?
Well, when these cars were competing with each other back in pre-war, the Packard brothers started building Packards here, and they had the hood ornament. They called it the Goddess of Speed, as you see there. And
this one?
Pierce came out, and they their emblem was shooting the goddesses of speed with an arrow. It's just a rivalry between
That is
the
a
automobiles.
great tidbit. And you know what else I love? The other tidbits about Escondido, where we've got 3 lakes, we've got 5 golf courses, we have all kinds of wonderful restaurants open up and down here on Cruisin' Grand. I love this night. My family loves this night. And little did I know, Steve Waldron, Waldron Enterprises, you're the guy that started all this. So I have to thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Oh my gosh, you have changed the fabric of Escondido, and come to think of it, so is your wife, being on the city council and now an assemblywoman.
Yep.
The two of you have done wonders for Escondido. I can't thank you enough. As a resident, real estate agent, I'm selling homes around here, and you know what? I make sure people come to Cruisin' Grand so they can see the fabric of this community.
Yeah. The community came out to this event from the very beginning and adopted it, and I'm just a little cog in the wheel. I mean, these car people, they're phenomenal. I mean, in this town, you have car builders that have won the pinnacle awards in all the world.
Wow.
Right here in Escondido. And like I said, the folks here, they've adopted this event, so I'm just a little piece of it.
Well, you did a great job. I love Cruisin' Grand and I love Escondido. So thanks for helping to promote it. You're the best.
Well,
thank you so much. Have a great night.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with me tonight at our signature event. If you want to buy a car, go see Steve. If you want to buy a house, come and see me. And if you want a great time, come to Cruisin' Grand every Friday night, April through September.
One popular real estate sales technique that has seen a massive rise in recent years is the art of staging. This next story takes us to a thriving business in Boston that facilitates home sales by bringing style to any home. Get your stage on.
Hey guys, today we're going to talk about staging in today's real estate market. Very important part of the process to sell your real estate for top dollar. And today we're going to meet up with Blair Hamaty, who owns Setting the Space right here in downtown Plymouth. Blair and his team actually stage properties all up and down the East Coast. So we're going to pop into his flagship store here. It's a pretty cool spot to check out what they offer and also learn more about staging and how to do it correctly. Let's go check it out.
So 14 years ago, we started home staging. And today we're one of the largest home staging companies in the whole wide world. So we're in downtown Plymouth. It's a 12,000 square foot home store. We call it an everything store, so you can come in, get everything for the house, but you can also buy cool stuff for kids, clothing, anything that you can even begin to imagine. And then at this point, we have 6 different locations throughout Massachusetts only, so we have some down the Cape and some north of Boston as well. And it's all because of our staging business.
It is so important now more than ever to stage properties.
Right. So what happened is that staging's always been important, but today you have to be different. I don't care how hot the market is, okay? You can be in any town or any city that has what they call a hot market, but if you're not showing your home in the best light, then you're leaving money on the table. The second you turn around and you invest in staging, what's going to happen is 2 things. Number 1, it's going to sell 5 times faster, and that's definitely a statistic that's very, very well known. And the other thing that's going to happen is you're going to get much more return on the investment. So you're going to invest in staging. It's going to come back to you sometimes 3-fold, sometimes 4-fold, sometimes 5-fold. So it's amazing. The cost of staging is less than the first price reduction. You love that. I know you do, right? Well, it's really powerful because if the house doesn't sell, within the first 3 weeks, then the realtor is going to go back to the seller and they're going to say, we have to readjust your price. And that price can be anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 depending on the selling price. The cost of staging is not going to hit anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000. Okay, so it's important to understand that the investment of the staging is less than that first price reduction. If they had staged, they would never see that price reduction. Okay, statistically, 92% of our properties sell within the first 7 days of being staged. So that's huge.
It's an amazing statistic for sure.
when we go out to talk about staging, I always encourage everybody that we should be staging the whole entire house. It's real simple. If you go look at a house, are you buying part of that house or are you going to buy the whole house?
The whole house.
Of course. Okay, so it's an easy concept. So what happens is that we need to feed into your emotion. Okay, you're buying your dreams. So we have to let the emotions hit people. So when you walk into that house, if you see a staged home, and then all of a sudden you see some staged rooms, and then you go into empty rooms, your emotion is going to go low. So the way we do it is that we start with the largest investment, which is staging every single room, and then if we start to get a price situation where they're saying, look, we do want to do staging, but right now we just can't afford or we don't want to invest that much money, then we talk about a partial staging, and we talk about the key rooms to do.
Important piece out of this whole thing is in today's market, it's not as simple as just putting a sign in your front yard because the market's hot. Be different, stage the property. It's an investment and can make a big difference.
With the advent of big online business, it's getting pretty tough to maintain that unique feel that brick and mortar shops brought to neighborhoods around the country. We're taking you to a shop that prides itself on keeping things positive and relaxed. Let's head to corporate in Cincinnati.
Hey, it's Robert Smith, the Realtor. Hey, I'm in Cincinnati in Hyde Park. Hyde Park is super hot for real estate, for residential, as well as for commercial. This is a store called Corporate. It's an urban shoe store. Great styles, great shoes. It's a wonderful store. Let's take a look at it. I'm here with Matt Tomamichel, the store owner of Corporate. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Good, good.
I'm feeling extra lively today.
That's all right. That's good stuff.
Right.
Hey, man, it's good to be here, man. Thanks for what you're doing for the community. Hey, I did want to ask you about your brand, Corporate. You're doing a lot of marketing, and your name is making room for you. So the Corporate name, how'd you come up with it? Give us some ideas on the word Corporate.
So, you know, anybody that's ever worked in retail, they've always experienced the corporate agenda or the corporate, threat almost that just kind of comes down from management, right? And I always hated that because I always felt pressured just to do my best at my job, and I never wanted somebody else to feel that way. You know, whether it's a customer, whether it's somebody that works with me or whoever, I just wanted to take that negative and turn it into a positive. But on paper, it looks so official, right? Like corporate, you know? So I just, again, that was just my whole take on it.
You have a whole lot of shoes. I've never seen as many shoes. So, question, so you have people of all ages come to your store, like all ethnicities, I mean, they're just everybody. Do you, give me an example, like of just, is there a certain demographic, is it just everybody loves your shoes?
So basically now the trend in footwear is just everybody can enjoy it at some price point, right?
Okay.
So then you got a guy that might only be into Vans, he might only be into Nike, he might only be into Jordan, or whatever the case may be. But we do see a lot of overlap now just because people are experiencing it. You know, it might have been your dad that passed it on to you and your brother, and now you're passing it on to your son or your daughter.
You had a big ball. I was here about a couple months ago. You did a big sneaker ball. So one thing about your success is you still give back to the community. Can you speak a little bit about your sneaker ball, or what do you have? What was that about?
So outside of just corporate, we have this nonprofit called Bigger Than Sneakers, which is like, taking my success with corporate and now bringing significance. And significance is what we, do for the community. Because, it can't just be a take situation. You burn people out, you're not giving back, and I just don't see that being the reputation that I wanted to hold. My team and I, we put together the Cincinnati Sneaker Ball. That's going to be an annual thing. Each year we team up with a local charity, and we're able to give back, have everybody come out, again, using our broad clientele.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's a beautiful place.
Anyone can appreciate the appeal of a home designed for entertaining and simply enjoying the finer things in life. Our last story takes us to a tastefully designed home in the classy neighborhood of Soho in New York City.
Hi, I'm Matthew Mackay.
And I'm Ben Dixon.
And we're the Mackay-Dixon team at Douglas Elliman Real Estate.
Today we're excited to show you our newest exclusive, an $8 million loft in New York City's iconic Soho neighborhood. .30 Crosby is situated on a quiet cobblestone street, just moments from everything Soho has to offer.
We love Soho for its shopping. You've got labels like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, independent labels like Dinosaur Designs, all within blocks of each other. What we love about Soho, even more than the shopping, is its amazing restaurants.
If you're in the neighborhood, you should be sure not to miss great standards like Balthazar, Lure Fish Bar, or Raoul's. Welcome to 30 Crosby. The first thing you'll notice upon entering this amazing loft are the 13-foot ceilings, this incredible custom wood-burning fireplace, and all of the walls you have here for artwork.
This beautiful loft features a massive open chef's kitchen with a great center marble island, perfect for entertaining. Off of the main living space is this amazing, luxurious master suite with a 13-foot custom entry door. The luxurious master suite features custom upholstered walls, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking your own private green space, and every New Yorker's dream, a gigantic walk-in closet.
Entering the master bath is like entering your own private spa. We have double vanities, a deep soaking tub here, and a luxurious custom shower like you've never seen before. The loft's luxurious library with its red leather walls and black lacquer custom cabinetry is the perfect place to relax at the end of the day.
It also works great as a guest room since you have an in-suite bath. The generously sized second bedroom features a full wall of closets, custom upholstered walls, and full-height French doors that open out onto your own private garden.
I'd like to thank everyone that has helped the American Dream become what it is today. It was great to check out some of our favorite stories from July and hear from some exceptional people in your city. We love learning about so many different parts of the country, and we hope you do too. Thank you for watching.